Hello and welcome again to airgunweb.com. My name is Rick Utzler and I'm glad you could join us again. Today's review item is another rifle from RWS. This time we're going to take a look at the 350. This is the 350 Classic, which is slightly different than the 350 Magnum. It differs in only a couple different places, but I can tell you that both power and accuracy are right up there with the 350 Magnum that we've previously looked at. Let's go ahead and take a close-up look at this rifle.
If you like classic lines and traditional styling, then you're going to just love the 350 Classic from RWS. This rifle has all the right parts in all the right places. The stock is completely ambidextrous. It doesn't have the detail and checkering like, say, the 350 Magnum has on it. It's very, very plain and it's very, very clean. There are some distinct differences between this rifle and the 350 Magnum. Starting up top is the fiber optic sights. The 350 Magnum does not come with fiber optic sights. I actually prefer the fiber optics over the standard RWS sights, and therefore this gun gets a real plus from me because it has just those better open sights. When I configured this rifle, I chose to use the same scope mount that I had used with my RWS 34P, and that consists of the UTG drop compensator mount and also a set of Weaver style rings. This definitely holds the scope securely onto the rifle, which we'll see here in a minute. There's another look at those fiber optic sights. They do make a big difference in this rifle. I chose to use the standard, which is my standard anyway. The Leaper's 3-9x40. It has an adjustable objective. It also has the mil-dot range estimation, and it's illuminated. I don't use the illumination much, but it's nice when light gets a little low. That mount certainly holds the scope on this rifle rock steady. As with the other 350 we tested, and the other RWS rifles we've tested, there is an automatic safety. This rifle, as you can see, is made in Germany, and it has the standard Diana markings on it. The trigger is a T05 trigger, and as you can imagine, it is just really nice in this rifle. While the trigger is not a target trigger, it does act exactly as you would expect it to, a very light first stage and a crisp second stage with no creep.
The 350 Classic shot the RWS Hobbies, which are 11.9 grain, at a low of 854 feet per second, a high of 910 feet per second, an average of 887 feet per second, giving us an extreme spread of 56 feet per second with a standard deviation of 18.3 feet per second. That translates into 20.81 foot-pounds. Frankly, I expected a little better consistency out of this rifle. The RWS 350 Classic shot many pellets well, but it shot the Crosman Premier hollow points very well. The Crosman hollow point Premiers shot at a low of 814 feet per second, a high of 854 feet per second, giving us an average of 836 feet per second, an extreme spread of 40 feet per second, and a standard deviation of 11.78 feet per second. Again, I did expect a little bit better consistency out of this gun, but still, that delivers 22.23 foot-pounds at the muzzle. That's a lot of energy coming out of a .22 caliber spring rifle. RWS 350 Classic is not meant for smaller shooters. It's a big, heavy rifle, and it takes a good amount of strength to cock it and also to hold it steady while you're shooting. It does shoot very well from the shoulder and from the bench, and it's a great gun for shooting in the backyard or pest control or hunting. It's really designed as a hunting rifle, and I think it really excels in that role. It provides a ton of energy on target, and it does so very, very accurately. The only downside that I've come across on this particular RWS 350 Classic is the fact that the velocities weren't quite as consistent as I'd hoped them to be. But it still was very accurate, and it produced a lot of energy on target. Compared to our RWS 350 Magnum, it was about 40 feet per second slower on both the hobbies and the 14.3 grain hollow point premiers. So it's right in the ballpark. You are going to have some differences between guns, particular guns, even though they may be the same name and from the same manufacturer. Those types of differences do occur, and that's okay. My hope would be to see those velocities get more consistent as the gun breaks in. I've only shot a couple hundred pellets through this rifle, and it was already shooting so well right out of the box, I decided to go ahead and make the review a little bit early. I'm hoping to spend some more time with it, and if it does smooth out and perform as I expect and hope it will, then I'll go ahead and do another video and bring everybody up to speed on this particular rifle. I'd like to thank the folks over at Pyramid Air for providing this rifle and all the supplies for this review. When you're looking to buy your next air rifle or fill your next supply order, please remember the folks over at www.pyramidair.com. Until next time, my name is Rick Utzler. Please shoot safe and have a whole lot of fun.